Oh
That
yeah, it is
is,
Friday, right?
it's Friday.
It's Friday.
Hello, hello, hello. Uh,
Woo.
okay, I am recording. Olivia, have I ever given you a game? Okay, easy enough. I can rectify that. Humble bundle. There we go. There we go. Privately send me an email address where you'd like to get a game. I'm singing today. We're going to go to why did that happen? Come on. We are going to go back to June of 2018.
In the Wayback Machine.
Yes. Oh, do I want that? Am I ever going to play this? No. Okay. Gift to a friend. Oh, region lock warning. This key is not available. Okay. Are you in? I think, and turns it into a giftable link. I'm pretty sure you are in the United States, correct, Olivia? Yes. Okay. Then copy. Because they sent, there's a region lock on this game that if you're in the wrong country, it won't work. Okay, you now have a copy of Ukulele, which is a game from 2017, apparently. Ukulele.
Ooh.
Yes, and Amnesia Dark Descent is free on the Epic Games Store. Also, there's For the King or something is free on the Epic Games Store, which other people are saying is very good. I continue to stream since I don't have to stream for y'all anymore. I continue to stream the Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker. I streamed on Wednesday. I'll try and stream on Sunday. I don't know. And it's a full motion video game with all that entails. Full motion video games are fun in their own cheesy ways. It is kind of cheesy, but it's also a chat bot, something like that. It's like I type in my questions, and if it's a good question, it answers the question. But there's one lady who so it's all chthonic and it Lovecraftian, whatever. And there's one lady who she has blackouts and she wants to not have blackouts, but she's all like in low cleavage dress and she's all flirty and makes me uncomfortable on stream. Because I'm like, I'm supposed to be psychoanalyzing you, not ogling you. But obviously, this game makes me makes the player seem to ogle. So anyway, so exciting news. I got email today from the SKC organization. Let me share that with you. Share screen. This is my email from the SKC organization. And so they thanked me for my application inquiry. And they'll be screening applicants later today, right? Which maybe is true, maybe isn't true. But then we've got down at the bottom, we've got WC1B 3DG. So that's weird. So I am going to Google that immediately. That is the address of the postal code of the British Museum. Huh. Okay. So let's go to British Museum. Okay. It's the British Museum. It's closed. Go figure. And then we've got 22, 9, 14, 4, 15, 12, 1, 14, 4, 1, which I immediately say, hey, those numbers are all under 26, which means they're probably the numbers that correspond to the letters of the alphabet. So I went off and let's see, what is this? This is my untitled document. So I went off and did some counting, and 22 is V, 9 is I, and that comes out to Vindolanda. Vindolanda, which I'm like, is that some kind of wine? I don't know. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go search the British Museum for it. Oh, nope. Vindolanda. If I search, search the collection. Sorry. Search Vindolanda. This is not the same as what I got earlier. Okay.
Yeah, the stud.
What I did earlier was I went British Museum, and then in Google here, I went Vindolanda. And I got writing tablet, British Museum. This is something in their collection. It is a writing tablet. It is a wood writing tablet with a party invitation written in ink in two hands from Claudia Severa to Lepidna, as you do. It is a birthday invitation. Claudia Severa to her Lepidna. Greetings on 11th September, sister, for the day of celebration of my birthday. I'll give you a warm invitation to make sure that you come to us to make the day more enjoyable for me by your arrival. If you are present, give my greetings to your Cerelius, my alias, and my little son. Send him their greetings. And then we get a different handwriting. I shall expect you, sister. Farewell, sister, my dearest soul, as I hope to prosper and hail. Okay. But that has nothing to do with Vindolanda. What the heck is Vindolanda? It says it's the Vindolanda writing tablets. But up here, I saw Vindolanda. That's where it was found, at Vindolanda. If I click on that, I find out that Vindolanda is a place in England known today as Vindolanda, but previously it has been known as Chesterholm, or sometimes spelled Chesterholm with an E. And Anthony Headley is the guy who ran that place. And it's an old Roman fort. Today, Vindolanda is the name given to the site of successive timber and stone forts and their adjacent settlements. And there's one other bit of information in the email. SKC organization. We didn't know what SKC stood for before, but we can now see that it is stonekeepcastle@gmail.com. So this is Stonekeep Castle. So then I headed over here, and I tried Chesterholm. I tried Vindolanda. I tried the other spelling of Chesterholm. Anything else I should try? I don't know. Who's the guy? There was Anthony Headley. Let's try Headley. That's good. Nothing. See, the good thing about WordPress passwords is that it's not 3 strikes and you're out. You can keep trying all you want. Let's try the full Anthony Headley. Nope. So I don't know. That's as far as I got, but I just want to point out, in terms of design, as a first puzzle, that's a pretty good one because it gave me some weird letters and numbers at the end of an email. The first thing you do with any weird letters and numbers is Google it, and that gave me a result. Did I try the dates? Which dates? These 1914 or September 11th? We've got production date. We've got, I mean, we could try 911. Let's try 911. 911. Or 119 or 1109. Nope. 1109. Nope. So the date it was found, it was
1914.
1914. Okay, let's try 1914. 1914. Nope. Anything else in there? 1997. Acquisition date was 1986. We could try 1986. But I mean, there's nothing pointing me to that. I'm just kind of pulling numbers. So think about how simple these puzzles were. It's a puzzle in essentially 2 parts. One is, well, 3 parts, because you've got the WG1C and the name of what place? Vindolanda and Chesterholm. I tried both Vindolanda and both spellings of Chesterholm. By the way, feel free here. Copy. Rock and roll. Start DDoSing them. So we've got something to Google that gives us something. We've got the easiest kind of substitution cipher. I mean, it's not even ROT 13. It's just simply substituting numbers for letters. So that's really simple. And then Vindolando is not an obvious word. In fact, when I started getting that, I was like, well, maybe this isn't right. I don't know. And then the first thing I did was plug it into the British Museum search, and I got a result. What if we just Google Vindolando? Is it Vindolanda or
Yes,
it's Vindolanda? The Vindolanda Trust and the Roman Army. Vindolanda.com is the Vindolanda Charitable Trust.
Right. Remember that Robin Burley,
yeah,
is one of the guys that was from the British Museum. He's one of the people who founded this charitable trust.
Okay. So where is this? Visit us.
No, I don't think the museum's an ARG. It's been around longer than
I would bet.
And they're also asking for donations.
2 attractions.
That doesn't mean that they can't take like information that they've read on that website and use that as
right.
a place that they could get information.
Exactly. So I'm seeing it's near the village of Barden Mill in, I don't know where. If you are using SatNav, please use CA87JB as our postcode. Well, let's try that. Ooh, that's a good one. Copy. Let's try that. Nope. So, by the way, today I have been just trying them on agents, the agents page. Earlier, I tried on Archive D2, and I didn't get anywhere. So there's that. Is the museum in Arc 2 the long con? No, it's probably not. So I just want to point out that these are really easy puzzles. They're as simple as you can get, but you want to start simple, right? You're in attract mode. They're in attract mode right now. Of we can't even solve this one. I've solved 3 of them, right? I've solved 3 of them, and this is, they said they'll get back to me tomorrow, right? So maybe I can't get in yet because I'm not an agent yet. I'm
Secret agent man.
right. Now it's quite possible this is the first hurdle, but I don't think so. You want people to be interested and progress, right? So my general rule is, if you think it's easy, make it easier, and then it'll be just about right. So if they had Rot 13'd Vindolando, that's pretty easy for anybody who's played ARGs. Not only did they not Rot 13 it, they made it one step easier, which is just put the numbers of the letters. So
but it's a pretty successful feeling, like, hey, cool.
Exactly.
Look, it's a thing, right?
I found a thing.
As soon as I saw Vindolanda, I'm like, I've heard that word before.
I had no idea. So you found out something else too, Karen, which you pointed out to me. Let me find it. Okay, so I'm going to share the video again. Share. And if we go to the end of this video, right? Remember this? Tercer Acto. How did you figure out what play this is, Karen?
So first, it's curious to me that they come zoom in and then very carefully focus on that.
Yeah.
Right. So then I took the writing and I typed in the first sentence, La Sala de la whatever.
Yeah.
The something or other. And I just typed that into Google and it came up as the 3rd act of Anton Chekhov's La Gaviado, or whatever it is.
The Seagull.
The Seagull.
So it's interesting that it's in Spanish, because the Seagull was originally in Russian. But it's a famous play that's been translated into basically every language. It's not surprising that it would come up, because Spanish speakers want to know what the first line is. Some interesting facts about the Seagull. It is a comedy. It is a play in 4 acts. So the 3rd act is not the end. So lots of plays are in 3 acts, which would be the final act, but this is the not quite final act. Did you get anything off the paper in back? There? Can you see that?
Yeah, no, I tried reading it, and it is possible to read that.
Yeah.
But it's in a different language, and I found the other one
Well,
easier. And
okay, so it's in Spanish.
I say Punta del Lago right there. I don't know
I
what
see
that
Ari dentro del seno. Seno? Se quejan,
I already tried the book on the side too.
which is jurisprudencia.
But there's a date there too, 1977.
It's a
I tried
law
typing.
book from
Ooh,
1977.
how can you read jurisprudencia there?
I see prudencia, and I see an I and a U, so I guessed.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
It's a law book in Spanish from 1977.
All part of the story. Dun, dun, dun.
I'm just gonna. Oh, wow, those are really big leaps. And we don't get anything else. We get the play.
I think you are absolutely right about jurisprudencia, actually, now that you mention it.
And then the candle goes out and we get this. So
I love that. It's a rabbit hole.
Yeah. Hey.
I feel like you're going right down the rabbit hole there.
Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't even think of that.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to stop the share. Can you take a screenshot of the video and reverse Google image search it? Yeah. How did you get the SKC org page? The original former student who tweeted about it and just linked to it. So that was the first thing I got was the SKC org, which came apparently through an email, because if you go to their Twitter, the very first thing I think they said was, if you received an email from one of our agents other than an application confirmation, please disregard. We had a little issue with internal communication, which has been dealt with. So what I think that was an email to people who had done ARGs before, and it's a useful thing to keep track. Generally, people who make ARGs also play ARGs. So you build up a contact list of the people you play with. And then when you're involved in making one, you send out to people you think might be interested. You can't find the Twitter either? Okay, here. Copy. Here's the Twitter. That is the Twitter. What's pronounced Ogle? Okay.
Ogle.
Ogle.
Remember, you said the word ogle.
I can't find it on Google either. It's pronounced Google. I don't know. Whatever. I guess it's a joke. So takeaways from this. Keep it simple. Keep contact with people. It took them 24 hours to send me an email. That's good. Right? That email contained some easy puzzles. I am intrigued, but I don't feel like I'm stuck. I'm just kind of waiting. I'm still in the waiting time. And I assume more will come. The big thing is I don't really have a place to talk about this with other people who are playing it yet, except you guys, and we're our own little bubble, right? Okay, so have you confirmed it's not the other group? Yeah, it's not the other group. This is, in fact, the other people who are following this. Well, aside from Karen, there are other. Oh, you can't see. I assume it just when I shift my window, you guys come along, but you can't see it. But the other people following the Twitter are all former students or friends of former students on Twitter. So, but I think this is good early steps. But here's the other big thing. We don't know how long this ARG is going to run. Might be all summer. Might be 2 weeks. And you all don't have the luxury of kind of saying, well, we'll let it sit, we'll let that rabbit hole sit there for a week and see how many people will try and join. And we'll send them emails and dribble out some stuff. You guys have to get right into it. Day 2, right? Day 1 is rabbit hole day, collect, and day 2 is here's what's happening. Let's go, right? So okay, so it's already 3:28. Do we want to break out? Do we have any? I would like to break out. So okay, I will go 5 rooms, and I will manually assign everybody just like I normally do. Let me get the org chart out. Okay, so
Eddie says, please don't forget him again.
I'll try. So writing, art. Come on, art, gameplay, tech, and recruit. Okay, so assigning. This is 3 p.m. So we're going Sebastian, Kirsten, Kirsten Mitchell, Nick, and Ian. Okay, and now assign to art, Avery, Hannah. Is no Hannah today. Sydney and Aaron. Let's hope that's right. Assign gameplay is Lena, Daniel, Tom, Carrie, and Dimitri. And tech is Dennis, Adam, Eddie. See, I didn't forget it. Why are there 2 of you, Eddie? Eddie is the cat has his own thing. Brian and recruit is Alex and Logan. Oh, it all worked out. Okay, where do you want to go, Olivia?
Gameplay.
Okay. First I'm going to make you a co-host so you can move around if you want. And I got to make Luna, a co-host. So you can move around. Yes. Going to make Karen a co-host. Co-host, yes. And Olivia's going to, I don't know, you're gone. I'm going to open all rooms and see what happens. Okay, there. Where do you want to go, Luna?
Type, please.
Okay. Where do you want to go, Karen? I can't hear you.
Is there somewhere you want me to go, Olivia?
She's gone.
And she's gone.
Why don't you go to writing?
Okay, sure.
I'm going to sit here and drink all by myself.
Working on these Twitters when we should be working on the web page. Hi, Dean.
Hi, just checking in. I have nothing to say.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to mute myself.
So everyone's still got assigned Twitters. There are 2 Twitters that no one has chosen. I would like you 2 to work on those as well, since you've so far done the least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been working on other stuff.
I
Sure.
understand. I wish you would communicate, both of you.
Yeah.
Please let me know if you are going to be working on something, if you can't work on something, if you need help. I have been sending updates about documents that writing has made, and no one has replied to me about seeing them. And that makes me think, hey, you're not even paying attention. And I don't mean to be rude here, but we have a job to do and people are relying on us.
Yeah, I looked at the updated Auntie Sweetums, the stuff for their site and their Twitter, and I'm curious what you're gonna do for the menu because that will affect.
I'm already working on it. It's very simple. I've got boxes with each menu item, and I'm gonna draw a little donut, a little shortcake, a little whatever.
Okay, because
that's gonna be it. So there's a list of all the treats they have. You could honestly just do a Photoshop pile of food.
Yeah, that's what I started working on. I actually have, I have
okay.
I took a picture of my own blueberry cake. It's blueberry, not boysenberry, but they look similar enough.
They're the same thing.
Either way, and what I'm gonna for the header, I was gonna have try our new blissful boysenberry cake as
That's
the header.
Good. That's perfect because that's the newest thing.
Yeah. And then for the rest of them, since I don't have a sample of the food myself, I'm gonna just Photoshop. Okay. Find stock images, and then we can post those as the Twitter.
Erin, you any updates?
Actually,
yeah. I'm gonna try and work on my Twitter assignment today. I saw that there was an update on the doc. I'm sorry.
There's been a major update on Golden Audio.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
And
I
Erin,
have a problem.
since you're doing Golden Audio, you should probably do Ronald as well.
Yeah, I could do that. Okay.
Granny Smith shouldn't be hard. Just.
All right. Oh, there's Dean.
Hi, I have nothing to say. I'm just checking in.
No, we don't have anything to say either. Oh,
I'm
great.
Art.
Yeah, good.
Oh. Yeah, no, nothing much is happening here right now. We have basically everything done, and we're kind of just waiting on other groups to ask for help from us in case they need it.
Okay. The
Uh,
big thing you're going to be tasked with is like text for web pages and
Right.
tweets. And if you do a live chat kind of thing, then the question is always, hey, I'm the actor for whatever that is for that character. Do I just make stuff up, or do the writers write what I say? And if you do, so a lot of times the writers end up being the actors, right? And that's fine. That makes things easy. But also, if uh, somebody else ends up being an actor and has to have a kind of script, you want it to be more an outline of basically things that they have to say, right? Things that they might want to say, right? And then you should also have a list of don't say anything about this, right? If you have stuff that's going to be revealed later that from some other thing that they may not be aware of, it's the solve to a puzzle or something.
I do think that it's most likely going to end up being us as the actors, but we will have sort of outlines as to what we should and should be saying.
Well, you should do it for yourselves too, and
Yeah.
and run those by gameplay too, in case there's stuff that they wanted for their puzzles, whatever. Okay. Also, Luna, just letting you know, the art group seems a tad at odds with each other.
Oh.
So maybe check in. Karen went off over there.
yes.
So that's
we also was talking with like the leader of gameplay before class.
Yeah.
To get things going. Yesterday we have to like assign or like for everyone to take in their part, because before that people was like not taking or like do not know what to do, so we have to assign. And like Karen was like have everyone speak out their idea of like what they're going to do, or like, so probably we will have like the assess list for each puzzle like by the end of today.
Okay.
We have the first puzzle like going to.
Yeah.
That's one. I'm here to let writing know the writer. So we for the first puzzle, we want you guys to like write a letter from the grandma to the daughter.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Okay, so the other thing it seems like, and this is for writers too, there's lots of stuff to read. And that can get overwhelming for people. Oh my God, I got to read this and this and this, and look how many pages that is, and geez, oof. So there are two things. One, for things that like everybody needs to read, keep it short. You would rather have many short documents that so like the short outline of everything should be a page and a half, but then like sidekick stuff, only the sidekick people need to read about the sidekick. So just say, here's your 2 pages about the sidekick. You should all read that, right? As opposed to everybody read everything about every character, right? The other thing is, say give each other deadlines to say, please read this by, say, class tomorrow, right? And make any comments you need to make about it, corrections, whatever, by then. If you don't get back to us by then, we will assume that you agree with everything in this document, right? And this is how I got, as a game writer, this is how I got so many things done, was because I'd send out a document, say, please read this by 4 p.m. tomorrow. And if I don't hear from you, I'll assume that you're good with it. And then, of course, they don't read it by 4 p.m. tomorrow. And then at our next meeting, when they're like, but wait. And I'm like, well, but I figured you were good with it because you didn't get back to me. Silence equals agreement, right? And then they're like, oh, yeah, because they don't want to admit that they didn't read it, right? So that's how you get stuff done. So
that is also like how we work with the gameplay, because they didn't choose, so we just assign them to like something and they did not want to do.
Okay, well, so the other, but there are still times when I said, when I played that card and they were like, nah, sorry, I understand what you're doing there, but we got to change that, right? So if gameplay is doesn't want to do something, then it's on them to come up with something better, right? And sell you on what they do want to do. It's very easy to say no, and very difficult to say yes and, right? So I okay, that and the thing I want, right? So we want to include people. No one is a servant here, right? Everyone wants to make the best game that they possibly can, right? We agree on that. Nobody wants to make a bad game, ever. Every bad game you've ever played was made by people who want to make a good game, right? So just work with people, because everybody wants to do well, but everybody is overwhelmed, right? And that's what I keep hearing when people say, oh, I didn't do the thing by the time, is I had other things, blah, blah, blah. And especially now, I'm very forgiving about all of that stuff, because I don't know. I don't know what's going on in your homes or your apartments with your roommates or what have you. And I give you the benefit of the doubt, right? So you should give each other the benefit of the doubt. Go easy on each other. Be nice. Okay. Okay. That's my my speech of be nice to each other. I'm gonna go to another room.
Have fun.
Okay, bye. Going to tech. Join. Yes.
Is so I can show you like how that game works, and we'll see if we can implement it.
Yeah, because what I think the best way to do it, because the way you described it, it's basically what Luna was trying to get from the Flash game. So we can figure out if that'll work, A, and then B, talk to gameplay and see if they can come up with another idea for an embedded HTML5 game. Because we can definitely do that, because Unreal is super easy to export.
Mm-hmm.
I think what Luna just posted in the writing chat is supposed to be the file for puzzle 1.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. So when she finishes up writing the full outline for puzzle 1, we'll try and figure out who wants to make the actual page, because we didn't come up with an actual way of setting up the landing page, but I suggested just do from that agent arg from yesterday. Just have just a couple of tabs with one of them being like a login, and then just once they type in the right thing from whatever clues they get. I think she said she was gonna do something with Twitter, but whatever clues. Yeah, this puzzle's done. All right, whatever clues they get from Twitter or wherever, type in username, password, click enter, it downloads the file.
When do you think we should need that landing page done by?
I mean, it doesn't have to be done for at least like 2 days, maybe
Yeah.
3 days. But as long as like the somewhat of an outline is there,
Yeah.
is because like we got to like really look at what writing wants to put on that page, and also Art's making a couple assets like a menu and everything for that too. So whenever they get that put in too, we can stick that in. But I think, am I the only one that's been able to get Angular to run? Has everyone else been able to? I know Brian was having trouble.
Mine was not.
I have it up. I'm not super good at it, but I have it, you know. I can run it and everything.
What I think I'll do is at least I'll make the tabulation part of it, and if you want to, you can do just the HTML part, because then you don't have to mess with the TypeScript or any of that. It's just straight up just Java, or not Java. It's just straight up HTML and CSS.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to worry about it
for the landing page.
Yeah, because at least right now, I think the leads are gonna try and do a quick meeting tonight to figure out how this page is actually gonna look. But in my head right now, with what we have, it's probably just gonna be landing page with a button on top, kind of like how we have it now, where it's just like home, forum, and then other button. Just have something like that to switch between all the pages, with one of the pages being a login system, the main page being the actual landing page. Maybe put the menu on that, or put the menu on another one. I don't know.
Can you make the landing page look like the agent one just through HTML? I feel like it's more basic than that.
Like the what? What was that?
Could you so for the landing page you said to try to use the basis of like the agent website to base it off of, but I feel like just using HTML can make it hard to make it look like that.
What I was gonna do was in order to keep it a single page, that way you don't need to redirect a bunch of times. Instead, it'll just kind of like animate the new page over. Is I just stick in a Angular material asset.
Okay, got it.
And that's pretty much it. It's just a single Angular material asset. Attach the names to it. Do some TypeScript so that the buttons will work correctly, and then inside of each container for each tab is where just standard HTML would go. And then for the what's that?
Go ahead.
And then for the sign-in part, we can just do normal. It does password equal this, because when you build it into JavaScript, they're gonna have to search through the JavaScript files that are tens and hundreds of thousands of lines long. So it's not a huge security flaw. So I don't need to do database stuff. It's also not like we're hosting government secrets.
Other than the forum, do we have any of the other basic outlines for pages done? I forget.
No.
Okay.
Because we don't really know what the art style is going to be.
Yeah.
And how we want to put all this info on, because we didn't have any
Hello. Letting things close down. It gives a countdown to when everything closes down. Hi.
Hi.
So it looks like we have the first puzzle, the rabbit hole puzzle. That looks good. The writers seem like they're like, we're done.
They definitely have a few things left to do.
Okay.
And we'll be. I'm going to talk to them about that in a little bit. But first, I have a meeting with gameplay.
Okay. Well, go.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Okay. I am gonna end the meeting.